Welcome, I'm Cassandra, and this is your general and love forecast for May 2018. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So let's jump into this. Okay, for my first card, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So this represents Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So it looks that you guys have started something new or had some sort of, this could be a new project, this could be a new job, this could be a new idea, this could be a new creative type of endeavor, this could be many different things. If you're a business owner, you might be looking to hire more employees potentially. Whatever it may be, this definitely indicates that there is a blockage associated with this new start. Now, the blockage can be one that is external or one that is internal. So in regards to internal type of blockages, you might be feeling maybe too enthusiastic. Sometimes that can backfire on us. Or you might be feeling doubtful. Maybe some of you might be lacking confidence. It's always a possibility. Sometimes worry can be associated, because anytime we have an ace in the reverse position, this definitely indicates still a new start, but one that is being blocked. And we need to look at why it's not working out. So essentially, we need to try to take a step back and look at things objectively so that we can see what it is that we're doing wrong, or whatever is, not working out in our plans, so that we can tweak it, and then we can potentially have this card back to the upright position. So yeah, this can indicate sometimes that this new start, that we could potentially go in the wrong direction sometimes. So that can be a bummer. But sometimes, we do go in the right direction, but perhaps we're just a bit too enthusiastic. And, maybe we might be reacting rashly, impulsively, maybe making impulsive decisions. And so then this can create a block. Now we clarify, and we have the King of Cups. So for some of you, it might be an emotional type of block. So hence internal. But it doesn't have to be. Now, see, the King of Cups, this man is an emotional man, but you wouldn't normally be able to guess that, because he keeps a very tight rein on his emotions. He keeps them in check and under control. You won't see the King of Cups when he is upright. You won't see this man emotionally react. He can have a bunch of drama popping off all around him, and he's going to be the one in the room that looks cool as a cucumber, like, how are you so calm? But he keeps his emotions in check. They're there. They are absolutely there. But he's not about to show them to just anybody. And so for some, this could be indicating that perhaps you might want to channel some of this energy from this king. Maybe you want to still be confident and be a leader, but also keep your emotions in check, including your enthusiasm. Now, the King of Cups, he can be a counselor, he can be a teacher. He's really good at counseling because he knows how to handle those extremely difficult emotions. So he is really good at being a counselor. Now, sometimes he could be working around the water or anything to do with water. So someone that works around fish, someone that works around water in some way, shape, or form. I mean, you could even work at a water company. Who knows? Or this could be simply indicating, a creative type endeavor. So maybe you might be into music. Maybe you might be pursuing a new direction, a new career with art, poetry, music. It could be many different things. It could even be some esoteric type of things as well. So, very possible. Sometimes this can indicate, especially if this resonated with if you happen to be a business owner and you're going to be trying to hire someone, you might already have someone in mind. And the Ace of Wands showing up here could definitely be indicating that, you may need to pull the reins in on just automatically assuming that, oh, this is the one. Because sometimes, we can take off in our new direction, but we plan, okay, this is the way I'm going to go, but then we have other things pop up that we didn't count on, and that's just the way it goes. But especially if you're trying to hire someone, the Ace of Wands could definitely be saying, hey, slow down, because you may think this is the right person, but really we need to take a look at a few more people because we might be able to find a better match. All the glitters is not gold, so sometimes we just really need to take our time, and there's a tendency to be pretty happy with the new start and to just take off and go in that new direction. But, something definitely happens that we weren't expecting. And so sometimes you can start something and then all of a sudden lose your enthusiasm for it as well. Many, many possibilities associated with these cards together. Or maybe it might be a start that is a bit more difficult. That doesn't mean give up, though. Sometimes this is just indicating that there's going to be a delay associated with this new start. There's something that is blocking that needs attention, and that can cause a delay. But again, sometimes all it takes is for you to go in and give it a minor tweak, and you can have this Ace of Wands back to the upright position in no time. Okay, so this would be the circumstances position. And here we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse position. So this would definitely indicate that a wish that you guys had, well, you may not get it. Or you could receive like a partial wish where you get half of it. That's never fun. So yeah, this can definitely indicate a partial wish, receiving a partial wish, or your wish not coming to fruition at all. And if it's blocked from happening, then trust me, you may not be able to see it right now, but there's always a good reason for why things don't work out. Everything happens in divine timing, let me tell you. So another aspect to this card is sometimes there can be a tendency to be super dreamy and to be very wishful thinking. Sorry, losing my words here. some people may be relying on wishful thinking, and that's just not going to cut it. Because we can wish and be in a state of wishful thinking all we want, but that's not going to be enough to actually obtain the wish. We got to actually go after it. It requires some action. So wishful thinking is not enough to make something come to fruition, okay? And then another aspect of this card is that it can indicate that there could be issues occurring due to overindulgence, perhaps with alcohol, maybe prescription medication, maybe even recreational. Yeah, so it's okay to partake, and everything in, as far as the chemicals go. Well, I don't want to endorse all of them. Moderation, people, okay? Moderation. We don't want to be drinking every single day, It's okay here and there, but to do it every day, 365, it's not good. And so this could definitely be speaking as to why we may be experiencing some issues in obtaining a wish that we have. Maybe we need to roll our sleeves up and get our hands dirty and, actually go after it. Sometimes we just gotta, really put some work in, and then we can get this card back to the upright position. Okay, so we clarify, and we have the Sun in the reverse position. So this can indicate some of you could be having issues on the home front. It could be an issue with your home. It could be just overall unsettled, unhappiness within the home life, possibly. Sometimes this can indicate that a marriage or a relationship is at a crossroads. So, yeah, one could definitely be looking and examining a relationship. Like, do I want to invest any more of my time, my energy, and my love into this relationship? Is it worth it? So this card definitely tends to pop up when we're at a crossroads, especially within a marriage or a committed type of relationship. But in general, the Sun in reverse is indicating that there is a delay. And sometimes impatience can come up here, especially if you're being impatient about the delay. Sometimes you can actually push what you want away from you that much quicker. It can really suck, honestly. But you just need to realize that a delay is a delay. Don't try to rush it. I totally understand that sometimes we just want to get things moving along. I get it. But sometimes delays are for our benefit. We just don't see it in the moment. But another aspect of this is don't lose your hope and your enthusiasm, okay? Don't let your hopes be completely dashed. Maybe this just wasn't the right type of wish for you. Maybe there's something better for you. Maybe the divine source has something much better in store, and you were just told no because something much better is coming down the line. There's always a reason for everything, so at least that is my school of thought. There is always a reason for everything. There are no mistakes in our lives, unfortunately. There's always some sort of purpose. Okay, so this would be the focus. So you guys are definitely focused on your money and building some wealth, building success. Maybe some of you are building a business. Maybe some of you are focused on getting a good job that would, have benefits and sick days and vacation pay. The Ten of Coins would represent a business that is very solid. It can be a familial type of business where it's passed down from generation to generation. So several generations of wealth, not just money, wealth. So it can also represent large corporations and sometimes government as well. But it would be very solid, very structured, very stable type of business. It'd be a business that definitely makes money. So I definitely believe that a lot of you guys are focused on your financial security in your financial future. Okay, so we have the Faith card, which is also known as the Hierophant as well. So yeah, this definitely makes sense. So we look to conventional, traditional type things that the Faith / Hierophant card rules. And this would rule religions, marriages, things that are conventional. It also rules the education system. So some of you could be thinking about a teaching position. Some of you could currently be in college, possibly in college, so that you can pursue this wonderful career at this fabulous, stable business. It's always a possibility. Plus, I like the fact that this card is called the Faith card in this deck because it's so true. Have faith. Don't lose your faith, because with faith, all things are possible. We got to be positive, though. Positive, positive, positive. So, again, the Faith card, it is traditional. It is the conventional. So, yeah, this could definitely be representing a school. It could be representing a church. But overall, the Faith card is about being willing to conform, to fall into line, so to speak. Not always what I want to do. I prefer this card in the reverse position, but that's me. But this can indicate that perhaps maybe you might be falling into line so that you can maybe potentially work at this job, or you might be falling into line so that you can potentially, some of you might have a business already, and maybe some of you are just focused on getting it to that point of, from having some financial security to actually building some wealth. Yeah. But overall, this is about conforming to what is traditional. It's about us falling into line and doing what is conventional and traditional. I'm not a huge fan of the conventional, so I'm just going to put that out there. But that's me. Sometimes that can be us definitely going against ourselves and being like, maybe I should just follow what they're doing and maybe I can get into this company or get some wealth. Maybe I can start my creative project or my business and build it into this. And you're definitely going to have to conform rule-wise. Sometimes we have to have permits and, all those legal documents. So, yeah, in those areas we do have to conform. Most definitely. But the Hierophant is a very wise man, so Okay, I apologize for that. I had a little warning pop up. My antivirus software is getting ready to expire in less than a week. And that sucker would not come down. I finally got it to come down. Sorry about that. Also, before I jump forward, this card to me definitely, sorry, not this one right here, the Faith card. To me, that seems to represent a lot of actors and musicians, because typically with the Faith card, the Hierophant card, there is a need to connect to the masses and a trading of something for money, okay? And then it's also about conforming. Well, an actor has to conform to their script. And another fun fact is a lot of actors, especially the ones that have like a long duration, you'd be surprised to see how many have Gemini influence in their chart. A lot of actors and a lot of musicians do as well. And of course, they are most definitely wanting to connect to the masses so that they can trade their music, their acting skills, whatever it may be, for money. And who could blame them? So they have to conform to their script, or they have to conform to their musical lyrics, or whatever it may be. One could even say what I'm doing could be similar to that. I do connect to the masses by giving free readings, and then I end up getting personal readings based off of the free readings. And so I am receiving money and giving them a reading. So, see how that works? So, yeah, that could be, working out in your situation. Also, sometimes we just decide to conform so that we can be peaceful. And sometimes it's what's best. Just depends on the situation. Okay, moving forward. So this would be your recent past. So here we have the Two of Swords in the reverse position. So this indicates that after a period of indecision, you finally came to a decision and you made up your mind and you made your choice and you moved forward. Sometimes this can be a bit of an emotional situation. This is why she puts on the blindfold. And we see the water behind her, which is symbolic of the emotions. So it can be an emotional type of decision. A lot of times in the upright position, we're definitely at a point of indecision. So we need to weigh the pros and the cons carefully of each choice. But that has been done and a choice was made. Sorry. Okay, I think we should be done with interruptions now. Done took care of the computer problem. Done took care of the cell phone. Put that sucker on vibrate. So, I swear every time I get in Gemini energy, I get all kinds of scattered. I gotta laugh at myself though. Okay. So we clarify the Two of Swords in reverse, and we get the Ace of Swords. So typically I love this card. Not everybody likes this card. But this is definitely a new beginning, and it is most likely one that was quite successful. Now, a lot of times with the Ace of Swords, we have risen out of a difficult situation. So things weren't necessarily easy, but we made it. Now, I love the Ace of Swords because this sword, it's a double-edged sword, so hey, it can cut both ways. You don't want to be overly forceful. But the beautiful thing about this card is this sword literally will cut right through any and all bullshit. It is like a truth penetrating sword. I love it because I'm all about the truth, you know. Give me truth or give me death. That's my motto. So, some of you might get that and some of you might be like, huh? I'm Scorpio moon, so give me truth or give me death, you know. Okay, yes, but this is definitely about getting to the truth of the matter. It's also about having the new star, but the new star has risen out of a more difficult situation. Sometimes it can indicate the birth of a child, but all aces can definitely be indicating the birth of a child. And we do have 3 aces, so it's quite possible. For some, it could have been a quite unexpected pregnancy as well. So it's always a possibility. Now, sometimes we can be a little bit too forceful with our ideas. So we have to be really careful because, again, like I said, this sword will cut both ways. And so that part can suck sometimes, but a lot of times with this card, you will feel powerful. You're going to feel like, yeah, I'm totally in control. I got everything in control. Everything is going my way. But boy, does it take quite a bit to get there. Now, logic is always on your side when you have this card, and that's beautiful as well. And it also gives you that strength and that stamina to make sure that you see a project that you have to completion. So the Ace of Swords will be that card that's right behind you, just pushing you, even kicking you in the rear end if need be, so that you, get that project done. So, there is a good side to this card. Me personally, I love it. So, not everyone likes it though. Some people are like, oh God. Okay, so this would be the present, the here and the now energy. We have the Knight of Coins in the reversed position. Okay, so yeah, this night, y'all might be pretty moody right now. Sometimes there's a need to withdraw. Sometimes you just want to withdraw and be left the hell alone. A lot of times with this card, we might make promises or commitments, and for some reason or another, we are unable to keep our word or follow through on our commitment. So, yeah, you definitely want to be careful. Don't overextend yourself. Don't make promises that you cannot keep. Don't make commitments that if there's any chance that, you're not going to be able to follow through on that commitment, just don't make it. I mean, that's my advice. If you're hearing this in time and I can help you to not experience any more issues, I'd love to help, but this is the card of the present and what you're going through right now. So yeah, I fear I must be late, so sorry. But yeah, you definitely need to be careful. And sometimes with this card, it can bring some disappointing news. And the news would be financial. It could be a setback. It could be a delay. It could be disappointing news. Maybe something doesn't work out. So this doesn't necessarily have to be you. This could be someone else who potentially might have made a promise to you or a commitment to you, and maybe they don't deliver. So, this is a card where it can be vice versa, this position. So someone could be putting you through this, or it could be you. Also, if you're in school, yeah, this would definitely be a card to definitely take caution, because especially college, it can be pretty expensive. And you want to make sure you can pay for it and that you're going to actually be able to complete it. Yeah. So I clarify, and we have the Two of Wands in the reverse position. So this definitely indicates that we're basically not doing anything to get results, okay? This is a card of waiting for results, but when it's in the reverse, we're not doing anything, So if you want results, you're going to have to get up and go after it. So now this card can be indicating that potentially if you have like a partnership with someone like on a job or a creative type endeavor, this can definitely indicate that the partnership is definitely not equal. So we could be experiencing problems if this is a partnership, especially if one cannot deliver what they promise or what they commit. So this can definitely cause problems. A lot of times with this card, it's kind of like take one step forward and then take two back. And then you're like, oh my God, I'm back at square one. This is ridiculous. So this can definitely be indicating that there are a lot of delays, frustrations, and just obstacles that are standing in your way. And sometimes this can indicate that you just might need to regroup, change your plan, change your position on something here. I mean, you might just have to start over entirely. Maybe you need to change partners, Maybe you need to go solo. Or maybe you need to find someone else that is a better match and a better fit for you. Someone who's not going to potentially flake out on their commitments or on their promises. And more than likely, these would be financial type of commitments and promises that are not being fulfilled. Yeah, so that sucks. A lot of times this can mean that there's no movement. That things are at a standstill. Sometimes it can indicate that there is a lack of follow through. So maybe we have a great idea, but, we just can't bring it into fruition. Maybe we lose our enthusiasm. Maybe we think it's not the right fit. Maybe it's the other person who's thinking these things. Again, this can go either way. Okay, so here we are, near future. And it is the Death card. So this is definitely indicating that a major change is coming. So For some of you, you could be walking away from a relationship, whether it be romantic or platonic, maybe even a business partnership of some sort. Very possible. This could, be a job. This could be many different things, but overall, you are walking away and you're leaving something behind, and it doesn't serve you anymore, so it's something that needs to be left behind. And that can be hard. A lot of times people see the death card and they're like, oh my God, am I gonna die? No. I mean, yeah, we're all gonna die at some point. But just because it pops up in the reading, no, it doesn't mean you're gonna die. More times than not, the death card is symbolic in letting us know that a major change is coming. And this change is going to require us to let something go, or to walk away from something, to be done, to let it go. And trust me, it can be pretty scary, but the change is always one that is beneficial. Sometimes it can take a little while to start seeing the benefits, but trust me, whatever it is that you have to leave behind, it was actually holding you back, okay? And so anytime I see the death card, I embrace it like, okay, I know exactly what I need to leave behind. Just let it go. Let it go. I mean, because ultimately it's a blockage, and you don't want to fight it. I mean, the more that you try to fight it, it's useless. It's really useless to fight against the death card. Because, boy, let me tell you, the situations that you can literally create for yourself by trying to hang on to something that no longer serves you, oh, it's nuts. It's like endless battles. Oh, God, yeah, don't do that to yourself. Let it go. Let it go. Trust me. It's been blocking you and preventing you from moving forward. Oh, yes. This is amazing. Let it go, Geminis. Let it go. Magician. Hey, that's what I'm talking about right there. Let it go. Probably somebody that had something to do with a business deal, business project, maybe a hobby, maybe even schooling. Could be many different things, but let it go. Whoever couldn't hold their word, let it go. It just wasn't meant to be. Okay? We got the Magician. I absolutely love the Magician because, I mean, wow, what a blessing to get this card right after the death card. I mean, amazing. The death card clears the slate, karmically, so to speak, okay? So this gives us a chance to start over new with a clean slate and absolved of karma, so to speak. And then we have the Magician, so that we can literally create our destiny. So the question is, what do you want to create for yourself? What type of future do you want to create? What type of job do you want to create for yourself? What type of business do you want to create for yourself? Whatever it may be. We have the ability to manifest that which we desire with the Magician. It's all the power is in the mind. All power comes from within and is therefore under our control. I don't remember who said that. It is a famous quote. But I love that quote because it is very, very true. We have all the power in our mind. And most people do not realize how powerful our brains are. It's really easy to get caught up in the daily life and the just general negativity, that sometimes we forget that if we just change our thought patterns and we move ourselves to a higher, more positive frequency, that we can then attract more positive things on a higher frequency to us. So, yes, this is the gift of manifestation. This is also showing that you do have some kick-ass skills and abilities, and you need to use them. Sorry for my potty mouth. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, it's just who I am. I can't be filtered. I'm sorry. Either you love me or you hate me. That's how this works. At least for me. Okay. So this would be your attitude. So here we have the Eight of Cups. This is definitely indicating that you are walking away from a situation. You could be abandoning a situation. This could be a relationship, romantic or platonic. It could be a job. It could be a business partnership. Whatever it may be, it's definitely symbolic of abandoning something, walking away from it. But there is also a spiritual quest side to this card where we are tired, okay, of the same day after day crap, you know. So we are like in search of something more spiritual, something that has a higher purpose, something that has a greater meaning for us personally. And we are setting off in quest for it, okay? Nice. So, we have the moon card to clarify. So, I always mention every time I see the moon card in the upright position, anytime you feel, you have that feeling, or you just know something big is coming, the moon card always comes out to basically reassure you that you're absolutely right. There is a big change coming. Absolutely. And it's going to be for the better. It can take a little while to get comfortable and to completely see it, but, you know, ultimately, it will be for the better. Now, the moon has a tendency to exaggerate our emotions and our emotional reactions. So, yeah, sometimes we can allow our emotions to get the better of us and, you know, make a mountain out of a molehill, you know. But again, the moon tends to exaggerate the emotions. Also, pay attention to your dreams. A lot of good, solid psychic information can come through in your dreams. Also, pay attention to your own intuitions and your own gut feelings. Don't ignore them, okay? Anytime I see this card, I cannot help but beat that drum like, pay attention. Don't ignore it, because you don't want to ignore your intuition. It is invaluable, okay? That gut feeling, it won't lead you wrong. The moment that you ignore it and then you start rationalizing, why, well, no, I can do this. No, that's when you lose it. And that's where we start making mistakes. So stick with that first gut feeling. Don't ignore your intuitions. Some might even have psychic visions, psychic dreams. Pay attention. Now, on occasion, this can indicate that there was deception in a situation. And you just might have figured it out. Or you soon will. And you're going to be like, you know what? Boom! Back to you. Bye-bye. I'm leaving. I'm done with this mess. Okay, so this is how other people would see you. So we have the Emperor in the reverse position. So this man in the upright position, he is a person of authority. In the reverse position, not so much. He is someone who is dictatorial, can be dictatorial, and or immature. Sometimes this can be indicating that perhaps maybe we have a problem with authority. Maybe we don't like being told what to do. Sometimes this can indicate that we fear losing that control and that power that we might have over someone or a particular situation, which then that can show our not so nice side. Yeah. On occasion, this can indicate abusive type of conditions. So that may resonate with a few of you. I don't expect it to resonate with all of you, but it's going to resonate with a few of you. It can indicate someone who's very dictatorial, someone who's very controlling, someone who wants to control the entire situation. But we need to learn that, especially if we are going through this phase, the only thing we can truly control in life is ourself and our reactions. Yeah. Now, you know, this could just clearly be someone's perception of you. And hell, you know, that's their perception. Everybody's can be different, so it is what it is. I'm not going to put a whole lot of value on that, given the position that it's in. Okay, so it's clarified by the Two of Swords. So, indecision, we're having to make a choice. So, somebody could definitely be looking at you like, you're being a bit immature on how you're handling this situation. You need to make a choice. Why are you just sitting around and doing nothing? And, well, that's because I'm sitting here weighing things out. I'm weighing the pros and cons. I'm using some logic and reasoning ability. That's what I'm doing. Because that's what the Two of Swords is. We are taking our time to make that decision because we are going to consider all of the facts, all of the pros and the cons regarding each choice, each decision, okay? And that's how we work ourselves out of indecision. We take into account all the information that we have and we weigh it. Okay, so this is the hopes and or fears category. Here we have the Judgment card. So typically the Judgment card is about a choice that we have to make, and it's typically a big choice, which I'm almost positive that this was in your reading last month. This was actually in quite a few people's readings last month, but I'm almost positive that it was in Gemini. Now, yeah, this is a huge life-changing decision. It's one of those decisions that can definitely alter the course of your life. Okay? Okay, so we clarify, and we have the Six of Swords in the reverse position, and that's about staying in a situation you feel stuck, like you're stuck into a bad situation. And typically this is a situation that involves loss, and it's like you want out, but you're looking at it like, but I can't get out because of this, and because of that, and because of this, and because of that. Okay. That can all be done in the mind. We can first find peace within the mind. Come to terms with everything and find that peace within our mind. So maybe some of you, maybe you didn't necessarily make that big life choice last month. Maybe some of you are like, I can't. I'm stuck. And the more you tell yourself you're stuck, the more you will become stuck. That's why I say, Gemini, out of all signs, you guys should know how powerful the brain is, how powerful the mind is. I know that a lot of you know, okay? But some of you don't know, and you need to know. Of course, I'm Virgo, so I'm the Mercury sister, you know, so But the mind is a powerful thing. You keep telling yourself you're stuck and you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. Well, the more that you self-dialogue yourself like that, the more you're going to keep yourself stuck in situations. We don't want that. So to me, that's kind of like a fear, and we don't want that happening. You got to remember, you're the one in control. Who cares what other people think? Okay? Stay in control. Okay, so the final outcome is the Ace of Coins in reverse. I'm pretty shitty that these aces are in reverse. So, this definitely indicates that perhaps maybe we might have taken a wrong road within a new financial start. Or maybe we're experiencing a delay in regards to a new financial start. Maybe some of you could have gotten a new job. Maybe some of you could have started a new project. And it just doesn't seem to be working out. Maybe there's just those frustrating delays and obstacles that just keep popping in. But that can be fixed. That doesn't mean give up, okay? That does not mean give up. Now, for some of you, this could be indicating that perhaps a new start, a new financial start that you had, especially if it's one that's going to cost money, sometimes this can be indicating that perhaps maybe we just didn't take into consideration some extra financial cost that could have popped up. Sometimes this can indicate that we might be overextending ourselves financially. So this is where we really need to take into consideration, is this something I want or is this something I need? There's a huge difference between the two. A want can wait. A need is something that's necessary. Now also, this card can be saying, hey, are you sure this is really the right way that you want to go with your money? So if you're considering investing in something, yeah, you might want to be careful. You might really want to analyze the situation and really be honest with yourself. Is this something that is right for you? Is this really the right way you want to go? Are you sure this is what's really going to benefit you in the long run? These are just many different scenarios because every Gemini, sun, moon, and rising, you guys are different. You're all on your own journey. Everyone's life is different. Yes, we got similarities, but we're all living our own life experience. And we don't all want the same thing, and that is okay. Okay, so we clarify and we have the Queen of Swords. So, the Queen of Swords, she is very analytical. And she takes her time in making her decisions. She weighs the pros and cons very carefully. Very, very carefully. And I believe that is her ultimate message for you. Now, this could be symbolic of someone that comes into your life to help you, but honestly, I'm feeling that for most of you, this energy is simply one that you are meant to channel. You need to weigh the pros and the cons. Don't react impulsively. Something may sound great, but you really need to think it through, so I don't want you to just say, okay, let's do it, Take your time, really plan, weigh the pros and the cons. Is this really somewhere you want to be? Is this really somewhere you want to invest your money? Is this really the new direction that you want to go in? Is it really going to make you feel fulfilled? You got to be questioning yourself, and you got to be honest with yourself. Absolutely. Because she's seeing clearly, okay? And she wants you to see clearly. But she wants you to take the time. Don't just rush into this decision. Okay, so for the bottom of the deck, got the Star in the reverse position. So some of you could be feeling a bit hopeless. Some of you could be experiencing depression and or anxiety issues. Maybe even some sleepless nights. Of course. Y'all damn Gemini, some of y'all never sleep, let me tell you. I wish I had your energy. I mean, I have your energy right now because I never talk this fast, ever. Sometimes channeling energy is super fun, and sometimes it really sucks, you know, because, like, in the beginning, I got all scattered, and everything just kept happening. I don't know how y'all do it. I really don't. Woo! Anyhow, back to this. Before I get scattered again. So, ultimately, when I see the Star in the reverse position, this indicates that your faith is being tested. So, there could be something that you've had your heart set on that you want, and perhaps you might have experienced some issues with not getting it. Maybe you feel like it's hopeless. Maybe you feel like it's never going to happen. But this is a test of faith. And if you just absolutely give in to that feeling of hopelessness and depression, and you're just setting it up as it's not going to happen. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm serious. This is about a test of your faith. This is a time that you need to have unshakable faith. I mean, seriously. If you want something bad enough, have unshakable faith. Now, if the universe still says no, then just know that it wasn't the right thing for you. And when one door closes, another always opens up. Okay? If we get denied something, we get denied for a good reason. We may not always be able to see it or understand it in the moment, but trust me, there is always a good reason behind it. Now, this can also indicate that some of you might be potentially worrying yourself, and you can become physically ill. Please don't. That's no good. And the Star in the reverse can also indicate that perhaps you have a creative ability that you have hidden, or maybe you know about it and you've just denied it and you've not nurtured it and you've just kind of thrown it to the side. Well, if you know you have an ability and maybe you haven't told anybody about it and you haven't nurtured it, bring it out. Nurture it. You never know where it could take you. But don't be all hopeless, okay? I cannot be having Geminis all moody and depressed and stressed out. Come on. Have faith and know everything's going to work out. It's going to work out. So I clarified we have the Two of Coins. So thankfully it's in the upright position. So this definitely indicates that we are able to juggle many different situations, and typically these situations are those that are financial, but we are able to juggle them and still be able to do them the right way. A lot of times this is a card of us having several irons in the fire, but we're handling it. We're handling it. It's fine, okay? It's all going to work out okay, but we must keep the hope and we must keep the faith, unshakable faith, okay? Gotta bang that drum to let you guys know. Don't be getting down and depressed now. Now, with the Two of Coins, I gotta tell you that sometimes disappointing news can come along. And this disappointing news can make you feel like your hopes are dashed. But look, with this card, the whole point is the disappointing the news that comes along, you're not supposed to let it get you down, okay? Because it's really not something that's going to take you down like that. So don't give in. Don't give in to the negativity. Because this tells me you can absolutely have what you want. But if you just give in when that disappointing news comes along and start becoming hopeless, you're going to push it away from yourself. So don't do that. Okay, love oracle cards. This is for the single Geminis. Ooh, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So, yeah, this is definitely speaking to those Geminis that have had some romantic feelings stirred up in them. And you're definitely looking at someone like, maybe this person could just be the one. I don't know. Sounds like it might be. And, and this is for the Geminis that actually want that. Not all Geminis are interested in being in a relationship, and that's okay. Okay, this is for the Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs that are in a relationship or married. Ooh, new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Okay, pump the brakes on that one, all right? So for those of you that are already in relationships or married, you really need to be careful here. This is the type of card that an affair can come up with. And in the moment, that can feel like a great thing to do, but damn, the guilt that follows, woo, not good. So you really need to be honest with yourself. And if this person that comes along is the person you really want, then you know what? Break up with the person. Leave the person you're with. Don't be a cheater. I mean, do what you feel is best for you, but if you're going to listen to my advice, don't be a cheater. It's just not good karma. And the next card we have, you are lovable. You deserve love. Absolutely true. Sometimes we get stuck in a mind frame and or other people have told us that we don't deserve love. Don't listen to that nonsense. Don't listen to it. You do deserve love and you are lovable, okay? And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I'm serious. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't listen. Because they're wrong. They're wrong. Point blank period. Okay. Keep your head up, Gemini. Keep faith, okay? Y'all better keep the faith. Because I'm going to be checking up on you next month. So keep the faith. Don't let that disappointing news break you down, okay? Because this too shall pass. Alright? It's going to be alright. Alrighty. I love you guys. And I will talk to you next month. I'm sending you blessings of healing, prosperity, and love.